Hey guys, it's Matt here, and today I'm doing another episode of Matt Rants. So, on this episode of Matt Rants, I have a guest, because even though Matt Rants is supposed to just be me, sometimes we just break the fabric of what the show is entirely about, and bring on people who are usually on other shows, so it just ends up being like the other shows, but not exactly. So who are you? And don't whisper, damn it, because if I have to turn this up in post, I will murder you.
Hi, Matt.
It's Tristan Walter.
I'm in.
Tristan, look at your audio levels.
Gasp.
Yes.
Well, that one was low. Now your audio levels are higher.
Yeah. So anyway, I make jokes with Tristan because usually when we record anything together, it's usually in separate houses, in separate, not states, but in separate boroughs. So yes. So we're usually, you can usually hear him sometimes too well. When I have the mic here, though, I end up having to bring it closer because Tristan doesn't talk loud enough.
I'm here to push the audio even further beyond.
There we go. That one was loud. Thank God.
Now we're clipping the mic.
Now we're clipping the mic. Yeah, it's fine. So anyway,
Rip headphone users.
So today it's fine. I'll bring it lower in post. Today we're talking about the Game Awards. Tristan, did you watch the Game Awards live?
I did not.
Neither did I. I slept. Well, no, because I was prepped because I knew that Tristan and I had a lot to do the day after because we're going to be recording a lot of content that will be coming out on our Those Guys on the Radio, Those Guys Play, and maybe even DG Productions YouTube channels. So the point though is that we have a lot to do. So I sat back and I was like, why do this alone when you're gone? When there's some stuff in here that ties into you and your fandoms even more than it does to mine. Yes. And there's some common stuff that you and I have, but most of the stuff is some of the bigger stuff is in your corner more than mine. So I thought, why not bring you on rather than just be like, no, you can't talk about the cool stuff.
It has nothing to do with convenience sake with the fact that I'm here. Absolutely not.
Zero. Absolutely zero. So, but no, I didn't get to see it either. I've seen some clips. I've seen some highlights. Obviously, I've seen what we're talking about because I wouldn't just talk about it without actually watching the trailers and stuff like that. I didn't expect a lot to come from the Game Awards in terms of trailers, and nothing against the Game Awards, although I will be... It's funny. Nothing against the Game Awards, but I'll be fundamentally breaking it down later. But right now, nothing against them. I just thought that, you know, especially with some Nintendo stuff that came out, I was under the impression and just assuming that Nintendo leaves all their stuff for directs like they have been. Even if they're directs like at E3, I would have expected the Game Awards to be like, actually, we're having a direct right now, motherfuckers. Like, you see what I mean though, right? Like for them to just, even though the one about Persona 5 X Smash, that one was a bit like an interception, like it was trying to like break into the systems. Yeah. But the other ones were just like normal trailers. And I don't know, I just didn't expect Nintendo to be playing with the Game Awards. Right. Yeah. Oh God, I said playing. But you know what I mean though, right?
Well, now I'm questioning it, but
yeah. But seriously though, so yeah, today we're talking about a few different things. We're not talking about some stuff like Monster Hunter World or like Mortal Kombat or Fortnite. Now, sure, we play Fortnite all the time on this channel. I mean, we're just forwarding the night away. But
The what?
What? Yeah, right? Tristan's like, I don't know what... If I asked him what the floss was, he'd be like, you mean that thing in the bathroom? He's so innocent. He's so innocent. So anyway... So yeah, Tristan doesn't know much about the newfangled stuff, but...
You mean the hot new thing that the kids are playing?
Yeah, floss. So, anyway. But seriously, though, we're going to be talking about Persona X Smash, Crash Team Racing, Sonic Fox, some interesting... There was another crossover, the world's most interesting crossover ever, that we'll talk about from different heads of companies coming together. The hosts were very interesting that they chose because it was like Jonah Hill, Ninja, Joel McHale, and a bunch of others that I've seen kind of just like while like it was weird because like again I haven't seen it but I've just seen the like people talking about it and I was like, wait, what? Joel McHale? Or like Jonah Hill kind of made sense because he seems like someone who would play video games while doing drugs. Like he just, I mean he was in movies with Seth Rogen and crap. I can't remember his name. Wow. That's weird that I forgot his name. Anyway, You would know his name, but I can't gesture. James something. Either way.
Narrows it
Franco.
down. Oh.
There we go. Franco.
Right.
Anyway, the point though is, Tristan, stop looking at me like that. We're not talking about the entire thing as a whole. We would take way too long, especially with the way we talk about things, very roundabout way.
I'll be the round.
Yeah, no, I mean, Persona, or, JoJo is now in Smash. That's so nice. And I want to make sure... Oh, right. Marvel Ultimate Alliance as well. We're talking about that.
Right.
And it's just going to be... Because I want to bounce some ideas off you. So, the Persona thing. How excited but confused were you?
Yes.
I mean, you're not wrong. No, because I don't know. I didn't expect... And even though I guess I should have, it's just like, here's the thing, right? So, and I'm not trying to knock Persona. I haven't played Persona, but I've heard amazing things, and I've actually asked Tristan to lend me some games, and he never did. No, I'm kidding. He's actually lent me Shin Megami Tensei.
I've literally been trying to throw them at you.
No, you haven't been trying that hard. You don't have the newer ones.
Well, I don't have 5 yet.
There you go.
I've played it.
That's fair. No, but what I'm trying to say, though, Tristan, is... and to everyone out there, I just feel like Persona is niche. Now, I'm not saying that means it's bad.
How hard should I throw it at him, everyone?
I'm talking about, like, I know, like, now it has the anime adaptation and it's spawned even more systems. But what I'm trying to say is, throughout the years, there are more, not Persona, but overall Shin Megami Tensei games that have not come to the US versus ones that have.
Yeah.
Now, out of the Persona series, yes, more often than not, a Persona game will come out in the US.
Yeah, Persona's basically their best known one.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
It has... like, overall, I guess, a larger fan base.
Yeah, no, and I'm not going to disagree with that. It's just that even though, yes, they've branched out into a bunch of other stuff as well that have been very successful, like the anime, other Persona-branded stuff.
Anime, Arena, Dancing All Night.
Yeah, so...
Which a friend of mine has all of those.
Yes. So in no way am I saying that nobody knows about Persona, but it doesn't... I just never thought it would be in Smash, and I'm happy that it is. So I'm pleasantly surprised that it's in Smash. Now, you, Tristan, you're also pleasantly surprised, or did you... Because I feel like you also, as someone who's a Persona fan, thought, would it make it in Smash? Now, it's eligible to. It's a video game franchise. Would you have picked Joker? Because I know nothing about Joker. Would you have picked him to be in Smash out of every Persona protagonist? Or do you think it's because maybe he's in the newest game? Because I assume he is, right? He's in 5?
Yeah, he's the main character in 5.
Oh, he is the main character.
He's the leader, so yeah, it makes sense that they'd pick Joker.
Okay.
It's funny because the main character from Persona 4 got into Blaze Blue a little while back, and I saw some jokes about that too. It's like, hey, I got into Blaze Blue. I got into Smash!
The funniest thing is when someone said there are more PlayStation characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, have you heard this one? Than there are in the All-Stars game from Sony. Yeah.
Yep.
But when it so then it makes sense because he's in Persona 5, because I'm pretty sure I've seen him on the cover of the game but without the mask. That's why I got confused. Another thing as well is that people are now, it's just rumored, baseless speculation, but I personally think there's merit, but it's technically baseless, that Persona 5 will be coming to the Switch now.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too.
I mean, well, because the thing is, most games, that, rather most characters that are in Super Smash Bros. Have at least had one port to a Nintendo console before, after, a little bit after, or when the game came out.
Yeah.
So even someone like Bayonetta, who got voted in, Bayonetta had a Wii U port.
Yeah.
So it seems as if, unless I'm wrong here, guys, every character, I could be wrong with like one character perhaps, but it seems like every character, because even someone might be like, what about Metal Gear Solid, the GameCube?
Right.
They had a remake of the original Metal Gear Solid on the PS1, and I think they added in some more content for the GameCube.
Because the only one I can actually think would be Cloud, but even some of the spin-offs from 7 have made it onto Nintendo systems. Okay, so Cloud might actually be legit. Yeah. However, funny story, even though, yes, he isn't new to Smash, Final Fantasy VII is coming to the Switch. Well,
so no, but technically you're right. It wouldn't count because he got a fucking amiibo a while ago. So arguably, yes, Cloud counts. Maybe you're right. Maybe some version of Final Fantasy VII was not like the original, but like maybe some spin-off. But I feel like no, because I'm pretty sure
Dirge of Cerberus.
That was on the PSP. I thought.
No, that's Crisis Core.
Oh, okay. Dirge of Cerberus. That was on the PS2.
I think PS2 and GameCube.
If it was, that would be fucking hilarious.
Which the funny thing is, I haven't played it, and I don't even know if Cloud actually makes an appearance in that game.
Probably not. Tell me down below. Tell us down below if he does. But the point though is that you're right. You found the one, which is I'm not like shitting on you for it. You found the one. That's cool. But for the most part, though, someone, if they don't have one already, they about to.
Right.
Yeah. So, that's interesting.
Mega Man?
Of course. Yeah. In many different collections.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Also, wait. You mean Mega Man who started off on the NES Mega Man?
Right. Duh.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me explain.
Brain fart.
Yeah, no. Let me explain why. Some people are like, wait, what? Tristan's experience with Mega Man has probably been more Sony-based than it has been... Because, like, the Mega Man X series eventually went to the PS1 for so long.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like, Marvel v. Capcom.
Right.
And stuff. Granted, Marvel v. Capcom was on other consoles as well, but still, I feel like your experience... It's funny, so if people don't know, maybe you're new to the podcast, or just generally what we do in general, Tristan's experience has mostly been handhelds, and then handhelds at first. Then it was very much like PS1, 2... You like the GameCube a lot.
Yeah.
So the GameCube, yeah, but I don't... There has to be one Mega Man game on the GameCube, at the least. I just can't think of which one.
I'm pretty sure there were.
But so that's the thing. So even though Tristan and I, we could have had NESs as kids, although if you did have a console as a kid, like I did, it would have been the SNES. Like if you were like super young, you would have, like I was, you would have had the SNES, because we're the same age.
Right.
But, and I had a Mega Man X, so that's why when you're like... But what about the Megas? And I'm like, bruh. But it's okay. It's okay, Tristan.
Well, what about Pac-Man? No.
Yeah, right. It's so funny. There has to have been some kind of port of like Pac-Man. If not, a remake of a Pac-Man game, because that usually happens too. Right. No, but yeah. So do you think this was a good decision to have Joker in Smash?
The answer may surprise... No. Yeah, of course.
Well, here's the thing, too. We should mention. He is DLC. He's in the DLC pack.
Right.
By the way, they said the first DLC pack I've heard around. So there's going to be more... I don't know why... Yeah.
There's 5 total characters, I'm pretty sure.
No, but I heard first DLC pack, not first DLC character.
Right.
Is that... Because I don't think I heard that during the Direct.
Because I think it's supposed to be character and, like, a stage and music, maybe. Because I thought that's what they were talking about in the Direct.
Because in other words, what I'm saying is they're only making 5 new characters with the stages. They're not making more after that, are they?
I don't think so.
Okay. Either way, Joker is in it, which I think was, like I said earlier, very interesting as a pick. It wasn't one of the rumored picks, but I think that I'm okay with it because as long as, look, the only one that I really want confirmed at the end of the day is Banjo-Kazooie. Did I have such a huge experience with the game as a kid? Not much necessarily, gotta be real with you guys, but at the same time, I think it's one that, it's just a game series that we haven't, had touched in years, and I think that with Nintendo's collaboration with Rare recently, for the NES, I think the NES too, but specifically the SNES Classic Edition. And also working together on, funnily enough, like stuff like Fortnite and other online games. I would hope that they would be able to come together to work with a character like Banjo. Because Conker might be terrible because Conker does kind of he's a little naughty, like in his games. He's a little rough. But Banjo is pretty much Donkey Kong 64 essentially. Just not like a reskin. I don't want people to skin me over saying that, but it's very much like Donkey Kong 64. So I don't see why they wouldn't take Banjo up as part of the 5 DLC. But I think that I'm okay with surprises, right? Because the Piranha Plant is free,
right?
So that's fine. If he took up a paid slot, I'd actually be upset.
Yeah,
but he's free,
right?
And at this point, you have Joker, and it's like, oh, cool. He's part of the paid DLC. And there were some people. What's your thought on this, Tristan? There were some people that were saying, "Hey, announcing DLC, even though they already had announced it earlier, but still announcing DLC or DLC character in the first month that a game is out, especially a few hours before, people think it's slimy and it's scummy." What do you think about that?
No, Matt. I don't think it's scummy that they've announced the DLC character this soon.
Well, no, I think it's because some people, even though I think it's different with a fighting game, because we have so many fighters already in this case, but some people feel like it's scummy only because it's like, let me play the game first, which, to be fair, like when it came to something like Marvel's Spider-Man, even though I think the game was complete, it was a little odd that before the game even came out, I knew that there were 3 parts of DLC coming out in October, November, and December.
Okay.
Like, again, I'm not saying that like it means that it's any worse or the whole thing is worse. I'm just saying that I'm not saying that I disagree. Like, I don't agree with someone's opinion if they're like, you shouldn't talk about the DLC, because again, in a fighting game, it makes sense that you're talking about the playable character DLC, and it's also not like Joker's available day one anyway, so you can still wait to get Joker. Yeah. Like, the DLC pack, as far as I know, isn't only available, like Piranha is available the first like 2-3 months,
right?
So you have to get that, get the game soon to get Piranha. You don't have to pre-order it, you just have to get the game, and then you can get them for free. A bit different than these DLC characters, because you can go, oh my god, I want to main as Joker, but like you don't have to. Because I'm pretty sure he's not unlockable day one if you buy the DLC. Now, I wouldn't know because I don't have the game yet, despite the fact that I pre-ordered it, so it should be here day one. But, whatever.
Salt in the wound.
Salt in the wound, yeah. But still, I don't think the DLC is available day one because they're releasing these characters in batches, I thought.
Yeah.
Not like maybe that's what they meant by character batches when I've heard this online. No, when I say batches, I mean, like, I don't believe that if I pay for the DLC, I'm immediately going to get Joker. They're just announcing it to hype the DLC pack for when it comes out.
Yeah.
So, Ned, I don't have a problem with the DLC stuff. I mean, I had a little bit of it when we were talking. It's funny. I felt a little weird when we heard about it during the Direct, because I was like, hey guys, thank you for bringing it up, but like, we already have so many characters, can we just wait for the game to come out? Then I was. Now I just understand, like, hey, it's already out. Like, the word is already out. So why would you not announce who the character is at the Game Awards?
No, we need more.
Yeah, right. So more characters. Every character that's ever existed in a game.
The game will become reality.
Jesus.
We will be the characters, Matt.
Well, I mean, we are with the Miis.
Introducing those guys.
Oh God. We're terrible.
Our reveal trailer.
Crash Team Racing. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Crash Team Racing.
Okay.
What's that about? It's just so fun.
My favorite racing game on the PlayStation, and probably the only decent game I had for it when I had one.
You had to have a better game than that, but I'll give in terms of you couldn't have just had all those, because I'm thinking of some of the, like, and if anyone's like, well, what games did he have? Well, we have played Disney's Dinosaur on the channel, and that's directly from his collection. Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, which wasn't bad, but it isn't Crash Team Racing. You liked a lot of racing.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I had Toy Story Racer as well.
I don't know how that happened to you.
I don't know either.
Were they cheap, maybe?
I guess. I think it was just my parents never really played games. They like some of my other friends, they've played games, like their parents played games growing up, so like when the kid would ask for a game, they'd be like, I got you. I'm going to get you the ones that I played, or, play the ones that I played, and then we'll see where your likes go from there.
My mom just, like, if I pointed at the screen, she would just be like, maybe not, and then she'd either sneak it in and I get it, or she'd be like, okay, sure.
Right.
So, like, I just pointed at things, and hopefully I got them, but sometimes I didn't get them.
Yeah, I would kind of do that, too, and my parents would be like, all right, so we'll get it. Wait, what was it again? Oh, I think it was that. No, that doesn't look. Was it? And then, like, after 3 tries later, they'd be like, all right, we give up. We were going to get you the game, but what was it?
Yeah,
and then I'd be like,
I wanted Toy Story 2. I got Toy Story Racer. So close yet so far.
Well, it's funny. I had Toy Story 2 as well. But...
Oh, man, that was a good game.
Yeah, that's true. That was
a damn good game.
The funny thing is, like, I didn't even know what good games were at that point.
Well, yeah.
I was kind of like, I knew Pokemon.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. That's why I said earlier, guys, like, Tristan has a lot of experience with handhelds. But what I find interesting about this Crash Team Racing remake, which I want to make sure I get the name right, because it's Nitro something or other. But
Nitro Fueled.
It is Nitro Fueled, okay. Yeah. I thought it was like Nitro Fuel, and I was like, that can't be right. But Fueled. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense only
like
because...
my hype!
Yes, right? So if you guys know, this is being released, if you're not new to the channel, then you'll know this is being released during our PS1 Mini Week, where I'm doing either unboxing videos or reviews of the PlayStation Mini, the PlayStation Classic. I didn't buy it, you didn't buy it, our very own Satish Ram bought it and sent it to my house because he knows he's not going to be able to play it day one, so he said, Matt, just do a review, and I love that man. So, but here's
whenever we get a console at this point, we're just like, before you even call, yes, you can review it.
Yes, but now here's the thing, though, right? The reason why this is relevant is because I've wondered why, either in speculation before I got it, and heck, even when reviewing it. I didn't say it out loud when reviewing it, but I was just saying, like, it's strange that these are the games that were chosen out of 20 games, out of whatever. There were a lot of games on the PS1, and I know you can't please everyone, but I was wondering why, as a racing game, when there was Destruction Derby, technically Twisted Metal is not a racing game, but there was Destruction Derby and Ridge Racer Type 4, I'm sitting here and I'm like, no Crash Team Racing?
Yeah.
This is why, clearly.
Right.
Because even though you and I don't know, actually I shouldn't talk for you in this case, but I know that for me, I don't agree with companies that might think, oh, well, if we have a new HD version out, we can't put out the old version because people are not going to buy the new version. Like, I disagree with that mentality if it's going to be on a separate console altogether.
Yeah.
So in other words, if you re-released, if I say you as in you personally, no, if Toys for Bob, if they, because they own the rights now, at least that's the developer's name, I don't know, no, it's Activision technically, but I'm saying if Activision said, we are going to make PS1 discs. We know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. We got the factory set up. We're going to make PS1 discs of the original Crash Bandicoot games. No one's going to sit there and be like, well, I guess I shouldn't buy the Insane Trilogy. It's like, well, wait, but do you have a PS1? Like, because if you don't have a PS1, then you can't play the discs.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, yes, of course, if you have emulation and you have a computer, but still, you see what I'm saying, though, Tristan. It's not going to overlap into the same market. There's one market that's the new gamer who wants to play the updated version on the new piece of hardware. And then there's the older gamer or the lapsed fan, the potential casual fan who goes, oh, what's on that PlayStation Mini?
Right.
Or that PlayStation Classic? Are those games that I liked? But then we have the PlayStation Classic that didn't get any of the Crash games, including Team Racing or Crash Bash. It didn't get Tomb Raider. It didn't get Castlevania. And I'm talking about multiple Tomb Raiders. I think there were of course, there were more than one Castlevania on the PS1. None of those. And it didn't get any of the Spyros. Mm. And yes, those have HD remakes, or in the case of Tomb Raider, brand new games in the franchise.
Right.
But it left a product that didn't have many games that I think I and many other people grew up with. And it makes sense why there's no Crash Team Racing, because here is the HD remake, which you and I are hyped about.
Yeah.
It just makes sense, because I was confused. I was like, why no Crash Team Racing?
Right, yeah.
There we go. So, now, I think... So, I'm hyped because... So, here's the thing. So, because I'm a little thrown off here for a second. You did not have the Crash Bandicoot platformer games on the PS1, or you did?
No.
No, you had the GameCube one, which was Crash 4, which I'm sorry to hear that.
I am too.
Yeah. The loading times are really bad on the PS2. But still, but you had Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
Which, so for, and that was such a good game that when you told me that, I don't know why we never talked about it when we were younger, but like I just had this moment with you where I was like, Tristan, this shared experience that we have. No, because Crash Team Racing is just, it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
I just had so much fun playing it. Maybe because it had characters that I really enjoyed in there. But I think it just did something that I can't think of other racers doing. I'm sure they did. I can't say it's the only one of its kind, because that's a big ticket. Yeah, it's a big pedestal to put it on. But to be able to kind of drive around to find each level, to go into there and to unlock more levels and then to fight bosses in that way, it was just something that if it happened in other games, it would... First off, I don't think it would be that expansive, just picking every level. Yeah. But when it came to a boss, like in Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, it was just driving against other cars. Now, if you played with the real versions of those cars in real life, yeah, that may have meant something to you.
Yeah.
And Hot Wheels Turbo Racing wasn't a bad game, from what I remember. But it still is much different than Crash going around fighting characters that you've already fought. Maybe it didn't mean as much to you because you didn't play 1, 2, and 3. But as someone who had played at least 2 and 3 at the time, 1 was a little iffy for me. It was very nice to see all these characters come together. And then, of course, there were new characters as well that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Right.
But yeah. So, what's your take on the new Crash? Are you gonna get it when it comes out in June?
Yeah, I would definitely like to.
Mm-hmm. You can play online, which I think is amazing.
Yeah. I could now bring my talents and my skills to the real world and watch everyone writhe underneath me as I become the king.
All right. He says that as if there aren't going to be like huge, and I mean huge, glitches.
No.
In the first.
Never. Ever.
Never ever?
Nope.
There would never be a glitch.
Nope. It's too perfect.
Oh, he clearly has not played the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy before they got all those patches. Have you seen the glitches? I gotta show you those videos.
Oh yeah, hilarious. No, I know. It's just this is gonna be nitro fueled.
Mm-hmm.
So those glitches are not just gonna be little glitches. It's just gonna be a full blown crash. The game will immediately fail and your PS4 will melt.
Immediately, you're like, is that Vanellope von Schweetz? What is she doing here?
Whoa,
whoa. No, but I'm actually very hyped for the game. I would like it to be a reduced price, and the reason why I feel a little weird about... I don't know what the price is just yet, but I'll feel a little bit weird about it is because for the first 3 Crash games, you got them all in one, and that was awesome to get all 3 in one for, like, I think it was like $40. That's nice to get all 3 in one for like $40.
Yeah.
Heck, even if it was 50 to 60, that's still 3 games in one.
Could have sworn it was still 60.
No, I thought it was 40 like Spyro. Spyro is also 40.
Huh.
The Reignited trilogy.
Right, yeah.
But what I'm getting at, though, Tristan, is 40 is great for all of those. But even if it's 40 for Crash Team Racing, I love Crash Team Racing, but it's one game.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm not saying I dislike it. I hope that there's maybe some extra content that we don't know about just yet. Like, you and I were talking about this before the podcast.
Yeah.
We were saying, what if Spyro?
That would be pretty fun, I think.
I mean, Spyro is he's owned by Activision now. Back in the day, Sony technically owned him, but it was different companies producing both, so it was hard to probably get them all together. But now that Activision owns both, it would be nice to have a few hidden racers being either from Spyro or not just from Spyro, but even from some other Activision games as well.
Right.
Like, would I go crazy other than for the first Spyro? Would I go crazy for like a Skylanders edition? No, but I think other people would who have been fans of Skylanders, be they kids or be they teenagers, adults. If you're into Skylanders, then that also would be cool as well.
Yeah.
And again, Activision owns that technically.
But what if Buzz Lightyear?
First of all, yes. Secondly, yes.
Because Activision.
Wait, what? Activision doesn't have any tie to.
When they made the games, they made Toy Story.
Oh, 2. Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, they should call Disney. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
I mean, potential. I'm thinking Disney.
No.
Yeah. No, because Disney doesn't have any ties to gaming other than like Marvel v. Capcom. Because I mean, Disney.
For now.
No, because they did Infinity, that's sadly dead.
Right.
So they don't really have any ties to gaming. So I know, like you were saying that as a joke, but like actually though. Maybe. But no, but I do think that it would be nice if Spyro is unlockable. I'll just say that much. Not even like a DLC. It would just be nice if we could unlock him.
I'm just thinking how awkward it would be for Spyro to sit in a cart.
Dude, there's a polar bear. There's a polar bear character.
There's also a tiger.
Right, there's a tiger. I forgot that there was Coco's tiger as well. I think we're good. I think a dragon would be just fine.
Yeah.
I don't know about Sparks. I don't think Sparks should have her own.
Oh my god.
Or Zoe. I think they're fine. Oh, actually, if it had a Spyro collection, it'd be nice if like Moneybags was behind one, or like Sheila.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Or was her name Fauna? Oh, you don't remember? It was because it's Fauna, and then there's the cheetah guy. I forgot his name.
Hunter.
You remember Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I played Spyro Year of the Dragon.
Yeah, all 3 of them were in it. Fauna, I thought she was with Hunter and Spyro. She was in 2 and 3.
You mean a rabbit?
No. Okay. She had the
like
little
a deer.
Yeah.
Fauna, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't played Ripto's Rage, and I played a little bit of the first one.
Huh. Either way, though. Point is, though, is that I'm very hyped for this.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for this to come out. I heard rumors of this, but I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to report on it, especially because we had the PS1 week going. I was working on the review. So I didn't want to talk about this until it was officially confirmed. And I'm like, well, here we are.
It just looks so good. Like, just seeing Crash, like, in slow motion going off one of the jumps and just, like, his face all mangled up and his tongue sticking out and his fur blowing through the wind.
Yeah, I hope it really does well, because I would hate for there to be a bunch of glitches and stuff like that day one. So I hope that for a racing game like this, a lot doesn't go wrong, because there's a lot going on in the environment at the time.
Yeah.
A lot.
They even had other carts, too, as options.
Oh, yeah. What's that about?
I don't know. I mean...
Is that different than the original?
Yeah. No, the original, they just had, the go-karts.
Oh, then that actually is pretty cool. Yeah. So then that is something new added to the game, to be fair. So I should hold my tongue when I talk about new things in the game. So I'm really happy about that. And I want to move on to something that I don't know if you know much about. Have you ever played Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
I have not.
Okay. So, goodbye, everybody. All right. No, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Have you ever played X-Men Legends?
I don't feel so good, Matt.
Have you ever played X-Men Legends?
No.
All right. You can get the fuck out of my house.
Okay.
No, both games... Tristan, you can sit down. Tristan, sit down. Both of the games are very interesting. I might actually... If I have them... I think I might have Ultimate Alliance on the PS3. I might bust that out.
He might actually force them down my throat.
No, because they're good. No, you go around as different characters in the Marvel Universe. In X-Men Legends, of course, it's X-Men. In Marvel Ultimate Alliance, it could be anyone in Marvel. And you could be like Daredevil. You basically assemble your own team of 4, go around, and some people do combos with each other if you do the right moveset and everything. And you're just doing different missions in the Marvel Universe. Every single character has a voice actor, which means that there's a lot of dialogue.
Oh, yeah. God,
yeah. And the games are really, really good. So,
cool.
I've enjoyed them, and what's very interesting about this one is it's Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and it's a third one. So it's a sequel. It's not a remake or anything like that. It's not a port, but it's exclusively for the Nintendo Switch.
Huh.
So first of all, you're welcome, Tristan. I talked to him about getting a Switch for GameStop's for the deal they had over Black Friday. That I'll be doing a video about, because they still managed to screw something up. But still, though, I was very excited about getting a Switch. It's in, but Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is not yet. I'm not salty about that. But the point, though, is that, people talk about it all the time, well, Switch needs to get exclusive games.
Yeah.
And then they get this, and then you know what people said? Maybe not the same people, but you know what people said? Well, I don't have the
PS4.
I don't have the money to buy a Switch. And I'm just like, well, you know what? You got to do something. You can't make every single... No, because the thing is, dude, is like either every single console has every single game and they aren't exclusive in any way, or you have to have exclusivity just to make things more competitive. Yeah, but I'm really happy about this. I mean, I will admit, yes, it would have been nice on the PS4 only because it was on the PS3 and the Xbox. I don't know if it started exclusively on the Xbox, but I know, or Xbox 360, but still, I know that it has been available. I'm pretty sure the copy that I have is for the PS3, either 1 or 2. So it has jumped around different systems throughout the years, funnily enough. People have wanted this game for years, but then out of nowhere, it kind of, the talk about it kind of, kind of, the rumbling
disintegrated?
Stopped. Yeah, right, just at a snap of a finger. No, the talks just kind of dissipated. They really did.
So you think for the new one, it's going to have, half the cast, 50% of it?
Well, it's for the Switch, so maybe. Ooh. No, that hurt.
Oh.
You want to know how hard that hurt? I can hear Reggie just walking towards my door.
I'm not mad.
I just get a knock.
I'm just disappointed.
Please,
just
Reggie,
has your copy.
Please, Reggie, I didn't support the leaks. No, but all jokes aside, and it's funny because I just bought a Switch, so I really do enjoy the Switch a lot. But all jokes aside, I don't think it's going to be like a shitty port or anything like that. I think that the Switch, as long as the game is optimized properly, it can run just fine. Yeah, is it going to be in 4K? No, of course not. but does that mean it's a bad thing?
Right.
You know,
does it need to be?
No, I mean that's the thing. It might not need to be. Right. So when I look at a game like this,
I would assume something like this would be slightly stylized.
A little bit. It's not that it's stylized. That the characters are kind of on the small side, so I don't need to see every single pixel of a tinier.
Right.
Like it's not like because they're not like walking around like fully fledged like it's not like it's not a beat 'em up.
Is it a top down?
Yes, it's a top down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
see, so it's okay that it's on the Switch. I don't know how it'll control. Maybe I have heard some issues that people have like sometimes things don't control as well in like in portable versus like should I get a pro controller just use that all the time and stuff like that. And so I get where they're coming from there, but you have to have exclusivity every once in a while. You have to. You have to be able to have a game on a console that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, I'll admit, like it's a port or a remake or something, like the Phoenix Wright games. It's actually kind of cool that they're on the PS4 as well, because it makes sense, because it was on the DS. Now it can be anywhere it wants to be. Fair. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts. Why not release 3 on the Xbox One? And they did, so that's great.
It's been on every other system already. Why not?
Right. But the mainline ones have only been PS2.
Right, yeah.
So it's actually great that it's expanding past PS4 to Xbox One as well. So when you look at this game in particular, it's a brand new game. Why not? That's the way I look at it. It's brand new.
Yeah.
Why not put it on the Switch? I think it'll be great. Jokes aside, I think it'll be a great game. I'll be interested in checking it out whenever it comes out.
I was going to say, are you getting it?
I would want to. I don't know when it's coming out, though. I don't believe they set an exact date, although I'm going to be looking that up right now so that I can be sure that I'm not wrong about that. But what was interesting was when talking about, briefly as I'm looking this up, talking about Crash Team Racing, didn't they say it was also coming to the Switch as well? Or did they only say PS4 and Xbox One?
I'm not sure.
Okay. That's what I don't pay you for. I don't pay him the big bucks, and he's like, that's fair. I don't fucking know.
I was too busy looking at the...
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from. 1 second.
I was too busy throwing my money at the screen.
That's fair.
And to my surprise, it still hasn't been absorbed into it, and the game hasn't popped out at me magically. I thought we were in this day and age already, Matt. Like, is it just me? Am I wrong?
We watch only 3 episodes of Black Mirror. And all for a podcast, and all of a sudden here.
No, I've seen more.
Oh, also, by the way, just want to confirm, yes, Nitro Fueled is actually coming to the Switch as well. And the reason why I was confused, and I'm still a little bit confused, is because Crash Insane Trilogy, and even it seems like Spyro Reignited Trilogy, they're both starting off on the PS4 and Xbox One, and then are coming to Switch later. This one, maybe because it's just one game, so they don't have to... Because with those other 2, there are 3 games, so perhaps, I would imagine, not even perhaps, definitely, not every game is going to fit on the cartridge.
Right.
So, maybe this one doesn't need to be optimized as much. Like, there doesn't need to be a lot of work put into, let's make this work on the Switch because it's a racing game. And it's only one game.
Yeah.
So that might be the reason. But either way, though, I'm hyped. You less than I am for Marvel Ultimate Alliance because, again, you never played it, so I have to get you on the Marvel Ultimate Alliance hype train. And I think you'd be very interested, especially because if I get the PS3, if it is for the PS3, which I'm pretty sure it is, the one that I have, hey, even for the PS2, as long as we can play it, I will because it's 2-player.
Right.
Actually, it can be up to 4-player.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, so you, me, and we can just get 2 other people from those guys to play, and we can just play as a bunch of different characters in.
We have Iron Matt.
I don't know. I don't think you
Toto,
get. I don't. No. It's not the Avengers team. It's like it starts off with like Spider-Man and a few others. I'm pretty sure. It's a very interesting hodgepodge of characters.
And the Amazing Spider-Walter.
Pretty much. So I would like to move on to a category that I call Red Dead Wins Everything.
Oh my god.
No, because Red Dead Redemption won most of the awards of the night.
Yep.
And it was very strange. And here's why. So I'm not going to say anything bad about Red Dead Redemption 2. I've never played it. I want to play it, but I haven't played it. So I'm going to but I'm putting this out there, right? So I've never played Red Dead Redemption 2. So some of you guys out there are immediately going to be like, so when you play it, Matt, then you'll understand. But here's the thing, though. Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out. It just came out. For a functional awards system to work, shouldn't there be a closer gap, or rather a longer gap, to cut something off, so that if something had come out literally a month ago, it wouldn't be so fresh in every gamer's mind who's played it, versus something like Marvel Spider-Man, who I'm not saying that I'm a Spider-Man fanboy. Quickly hide all the merchandise. I'm just saying that, Tristan, quickly hide it all.
There's nowhere to hide it all. There's too much. I'll have to eat some of it. I'll die.
Do it, Tristan. I'm your friend.
No.
But anyway, Jesus Christ. Just vomiting Stan Lee Ditko artwork from the 60s. So, I'm just... No, but in all seriousness, though...
It hurts.
It hurts so good. No, but God of War did get an award, to be fair. And God of War did come out a while ago. But still, it does seem like... Not that I'm not trying to question the integrity of the video game awards. It's just that at the end of the day, though, there needs to be a kind of a cutoff. And some would say, well, then the game that gets cut off, that one still is close, you know. But still, Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out like last month. That is way too close to then have it be in a bunch of different categories for it to just start sweeping in and winning a bunch of different categories. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... That's my issue. Like, I don't hate it to death. I don't hate the awards. I'm going to be like, well, you didn't give Spider-Man any awards and you're terrible.
Right.
It's just one of those things where there are definitely people who love Marvel Spider-Man. I do think that if Marvel Spider-Man came out a month ago, people would probably be giving it all the awards. And I would also be saying, hey, look, it's nice, but I don't think it's fair. Like, I wouldn't, if everything was flipped, I would still say the same thing. But it still is one of those things where, you can call me butthurt all you want to. You can be like, oh, you're just upset and jealous because it's something. But that's not what it is at the end of the day. It's just that, if we want these award shows to mean something, there have to be rules just like there are for Hollywood films and their different award shows. Because, we have these movies that you and I sit there and we're like, wow, that didn't get nominated for an award. It's like, oh, it was released at the wrong half of the season. It wasn't released around Oscar season where it could make the cut. And of course, yes, it does make situations where there's Oscar bait, to be fair. Right. Where movies are just made and the trailers are cut a certain way just to make people on the board of the Academy go, it was so beautiful. The way was so moving. The story of that minority getting hurt, it was just so moving. And sure, and it's just like, well, what about stories where minorities are like in awesome situations where everything's going okay, but it's just not as powerful as the tragedies? It's like, all right, whatever. No, but like, it's true though. Like, Tristan,
everyone loves a tragedy.
No, but like, if you look at movies that get into get nominated and potentially even win awards for like around the Academy Awards specifically, it's never like two African Americans having coffee and talking about their lives. Although if it is, then their lives have to involve, and I'm not even kidding, look at the list of awards that have won. Slavery. Legit. When it involves things like that, it's just like, oh, so beautiful, so moving. And it's just like, what if they just want to have a good time? Like, what if people are just having a good time? Is that not moving enough for you? So in this case, when it comes to playing video games and stuff like that, yeah, I just feel as if there was a better cut. Yeah, again, you could say that there'd be those, gamer, I don't know what you call it, gamer bait? I don't know what you'd call them, gamer award bait, but still, you would still have a situation where I think it would be a bit more fair, and that doesn't necessarily mean that Red Dead Redemption shouldn't be part of, like, let's say, next year's video game awards. It totally should be.
Right.
But it just feels like if you're going to include it in, it does kind of feel as if, it does feel as if you're capitalizing on the hype versus trying to have an award show about video games, especially looking at the streamer award. Did you know that the majority, if not, I don't want to say all, but the majority of the people who played what game they played in the streamer award or the content creator award, I forgot what the exact name of it was, they were specifically Fortnite players. So then just call them the Fortnite playing award. You know what I mean? Like, no, because like if I'm a streamer and all I'm doing is playing one game, I'm a streamer, but I'm playing that one game. And if the majority of the people that are in that like that list, are playing one game,
right, then
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just my take on that. Tristan, do you agree, disagree? Do you think that... Because I'm not saying you think it was like, oh, it's so unfair. It's because you also don't have a dog in this race. You have less of a dog than I do because you haven't played either game. Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man. There's a bunch of newer games you haven't played because you just got a PS4 recently.
Yeah, I played a tiny bit of Spider-Man because a friend of mine got it.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. It's tough for me because I think there are just some games because, I mean, I guess it also depends on where, you're getting votes in from and things like that, but...
Oh, no, of course, yes. I mean, having open votes, votes open anywhere, yeah, of course anyone can vote. It's not like you have to be a certain age to vote, of course. So, like, and I'm not saying that it should be.
Yeah.
So I get where you're coming from, though.
But it, I haven't played it either, but, I mean... It must have gotten up there for a reason.
Oh, of course. No, it sold a lot of copies. It definitely is a beloved game for a reason. People are really enjoying how immersive it feels. Some people are saying it feels like there's sometimes nothing to do when you're riding on.
Right.
But people do really enjoy the scenery. They enjoy feeling like they're living the life of a cowboy back in the day,
So, I mean, there are just some games that roll around each year that are just like, this is the one.
Oh, definitely. No, definitely. I just think that... Do you think it was too close to the Game Awards? That's what I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really feel like...
What should the cutoff be, That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard... I'm not saying that... Because the thing is, I'm not trying to make a definitive cutoff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? But I think that a month might be too close.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I could make a cutoff.
Okay. Well, because, like, if a game's on the list, and it only came out a month ago, and there's another game that came out, like... Well, Spider-Man came out, like, what, 3 months ago?
Yeah.
4?
But, I mean, like, on the other hand, the way I see it, if the game has only been out that long and it made the list even to begin with, I feel like that's something right there.
No, of course. But also, again, it's another thing, too, where, like, you then also have to ask, like, why did it make the list?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say anything negative about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Who put it there?
Yeah, right? No, I'm not saying it doesn't deserve to be there. What I'm saying is that, like, we don't know. I don't know who's behind it.
Yeah.
I don't know who's behind the... Granted, I don't know the names behind the people who, have the list of Academy Award nominees either, to be fair. But still, I don't know who's making the choices. That's the whole thing, where it's just like, you're right, though. Like, oh, well, it has to be up there for a reason. And I could swear Rockstar does have something to do with the funding for the Video Game Awards, but don't quote me on that. And I'm not trying to say that there's any foul play, because there were people making jokes, but I don't want to accuse anyone of anything.
Let's put all our chips into this.
But, Cowboys, chips, poker. Anyway, so, I don't...
Horse Simulator.
Yeah, that's what it was. I love those...
Basically.
I love those people who were online were saying, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is basically just Barbie's horse simulator for boys.
Oh my God.
I lost my shit. But anyway, so either way, though, I want to wrap everything up talking about Sonic Fox, who I don't know too much about. I know that he is a furry who plays Smash competitively and won, like, first place at EVO, I believe it was. And seems like a really cool dude. I saw him give his speech. I thought it was really nice and sweet. He was very funny, charismatic guy. Took the helmet off, though. I don't know. I thought that you're not supposed to do that, but I mean, again, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. It's just that, because he's in full attire. I feel like I didn't know if he's just like I don't know what furry etiquette is. I got to be very honest with you. I have no idea. So, but when he took the helmet off, it was just nice to, like, hear him, just because he won an award for being dope. Was that what it was? Being cool?
I guess so.
Yeah.
You were the one telling me about this. So. you could have told me he won the Nobel Peace Prize, and I might have questioned that one.
A little bit for winning Smash at EVO. A little bit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he won the award for the best esports player. Why wouldn't he? He was an esports player. For some reason, I thought he would have won an award for, like, also being a content creator of some kind as well. But so for some reason my brain was fried there, mixing up different signals. No. So yeah, so he literally won the award for best esports player. So good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, yeah, good for him. Hard fought. I mean, you know, it was not. It's funny because he already had won separately at Evo, so it's a separate. But still, you know, it's just. I don't know. I think it's really nice because he hasn't just competed at Evo. He's competed at a bunch of other tournaments as well. So it's not like people in the Smash community who follow tournaments know who Sonic Fox is.
Yeah,
a lot. You and I don't because we don't follow that community.
I must study his movements.
Yes. Oh yeah, he'll kick our ass. By the way, with a helmet on too. He would kick our ass in a helmet and with dark lighting. It don't matter.
It's a good thing he doesn't dress up as a stormtrooper. He wouldn't be able to see anything.
He would just always miss.
That's depending on what source material you read too, Matt.
Okay, whatever. I'm trying to defend Star Wars here. This is not the time. I just I don't know. So I gotta say, like, I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like he seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'd have a beer.
Oh wow, yeah. The
what?
No, the Fox helmet.
That's no.
Kick-ass.
Oh, right, he hasn't seen it yet. No, yeah, Tristan, it's a huge helmet. Like, it's a damn huge helmet. Also, I should note, bringing legitimacy back to the gaming awards, Dragon Ball Fighter Z did win Best Fighting Game of the Year. So you know what? Maybe
there's hope.
Well, this too. That one came out a while ago as well. To be fair,
right.
Constant like updates and DLC and stuff like that, but that one did come out a while ago. So you know what? Maybe you can call me a Spider-Man fanboy, and that's it. You know?
I mean, I think I could be remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure last year when Persona 5 came out, it won Game of the Year. I'm pretty sure, and it came out that April. So when the gaming awards are at the end of the year, usually, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one makes sense because, again, like that's a good. I would say that's a good cutoff.
Oh yeah, no,
but like, April's early enough,
right?
You know, yeah.
I was happy it won, but
I'm happy it won too. But it definitely.
I'm pretty sure it won, if I remember that.
But either way, though, April is a good month when it is supposed to air now.
Yeah.
But when it airs now and it comes out a month earlier, I don't know. For me, it just that's what I'm saying. That's why I was getting at that with Red Dead. It just feels like it's so soon that if I was immersed in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's what would be on my mind when I'm voting.
Right.
Like, wow, Marvel Spider-Man was cool, but Red Dead Redemption 2.
On one hand, I'm kind of surprised that people were able to go through the whole thing to be able to vote for it for the awards that quickly, but then again, I'm also not surprised at all.
What do you mean? Oh, yes.
Like, some people might not have the entire game.
Some people might not have. There's no vetting, like, oh, did you play the whole game? No, it's just which one do you want?
And that would be...
And people voted for Red Dead in a lot of different categories. Now, God of War also won as well. It's not, again, I said this earlier, it's not like God of War won zilch or other games that were, I mean, there was also an indie game category. Red Dead Redemption 2 did not win in that category. That was Celeste, actually. An interesting, believe newer indie game.
Yeah.
But that I've heard about. But yeah, so not trying to put down the Game Awards. Just saying, Sonic Fox won. That's great. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And also, we got some amazing trailers out of it as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, anything you want to say, Tristan, before we wrap this up? A very interesting Game Awards, you thought?
Sure. For someone who didn't actually watch it, yes.
Yes. Crash Team Racing, I think, was the highlight for me. Nothing against Joker being in Smash, but I don't really know much.
All about that Joker in Smash. All about that. And the best part of that is going to be being able to play the last surprise for every match.
All right. I don't know what that means.
The battle theme.
Oh, okay. All right, then. So
I'm going to have to play it for you after this because you have to hear this.
Okay, that's fair. So thank you all so much. Love you all. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, you can still like and subscribe either way. And I want to hear what your favorite moment was in the Gaming Awards. Was it something that we didn't even mention that you're like, why didn't you mention that? Probably because we never really talked about it or touched on it on the channel. But still doesn't mean that you can't talk about it and sound off about it in the comment section down below. Do you agree with our opinions? Do you disagree with our opinions? Wholeheartedly or semi-heartedly? Maybe small-heartedly. Not too big-heartedly. Like a little teensy, like Grinch-sized heartedly.
Like 3 hearts instead of, all 12.
Something like that. Sure. Whatever that means. So, I don't know what's going on. But...
Zelda.
Oh, okay. It's a Zelda thing. Cool. No, because I thought like Doctor Who. I was like, how many hearts does the Doctor have now? So, either way, thank you all so much. I want to hear what you guys have to say down below. And yeah, so tune in next time for something completely different. If it's not a Matt Rants, it'll be something else.
You'll never see me coming.
You'll never. Well, actually, you probably will never see Tristan on this again until the next Persona thing.
Well.
Good night, everybody. See you.